What's going on, folks? I hope you're doing great. This is my next batch of 4-note chords. There are 5 batches total. Each one includes, it's like a little kit. Each one includes a major 7, dominant 7, minor 7, flat 5, and a diminished 7 4 different times. So a pack of 4 of each. So if you're trying to build your chord vocabulary, hey, it's really good to get this stuff under your hands. And so let's get into it. This is my favorite one. This is the best one. If you don't learn any of the other ones, this is the one that you're going to use all the time, especially if you play electric guitar. So let's start with C major 7 here. That's the first one right there. One thing that you might notice, and this is the only time I'm going to interrupt myself, is this is the same thing as a drop 3 shape that I showed you before, from strings 2 through 6. It's almost the same thing. I'm just replacing my lowest finger, my lowest note, to the highest fret. Sorry, the highest string. So this would be a string 1 through 4, drop 2. It just means I'm on string 1, 2, 3, 4 to make this major 7 chord. If I rearrange it to a drop 3, then I've got strings 2, 3, 4, skip string 5 because I'm muting it, and then string 6. And all I'm doing is, if I know these, all I'm doing is switching the guitars to an E, A, D, G, B, E. I'm switching from E to E. Boom. And now I've got a whole nother set of shapes that I can use all the time. So it's almost like a 2-for-1 deal. You learn one of these sets and you're kind of learning another set. So it's a 2-for-1 deal. So you got to do this. If you're a guitar player, you got to learn this. So C major 7. To make it a dominant 7, I've got to flat my 7 note, which for a C is the B, and that's here. Okay. To make a minor 7, I'm gonna flat my 3, and also flat 7. So at this point, I'm 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7, minor 7, flat 5. You guessed it. I'm just flatting my 5 on top of that, and then I've got my diminished. As with the other batches, all the diminished chords wind up looking the exact same. They're the same shape. So if you wind up with something different than this, you made a mistake. It's a great way to check your work. That's the first set. Let's go to the next one. I'm going to move pretty quick here, okay? Major 7, dominant 7, minor 7, minor 7 flat 5, diminished 7. So go back and slow that down if you need to. You can pause, you can, and the shapes are going to be there for you. Next set. Major 7, dominant 7, minor 7, minor 7 flat 5, diminished 7. Okay? And the last shape. Major, dominant, minor, minor 7 flat 5, that's a great one, diminished 7. Okay? That's the last batch. I just gave it to you. I gave you a little bit of rationale for how it relates to the drop 3s. And again, I'm going to use these all the time. I'm going to use them all the time. Because a lot of times when you're playing electric guitar, whenever you're playing with a bass player and with a piano player, you don't really need to be hitting notes that low. You can spend a little bit more of your time kind of up higher. You're just placing yourself better so that you can occupy your own space, and you're going to stand out better. So as you're working on your own arrangements, that's a great way to think about it. Is I am thinking in terms of the whole, and I'm placing myself where there's gaps. Okay, and one of the best ways to do that is to use these shapes. I use them all the freaking time. Here's one. I'm going to tease my next video for you. Okay, why don't I learn like a 9 shapes, like a G9, or which is like it'd be a G dominant 7, but with a 2, with an A note included in there, so a 9 as well. Why don't I learn those shapes? How do I learn those? Oh, there's so many. Don't get overwhelmed, because here's the beauty of these shapes here. Your minor 7 flat 5 and some of these other shapes can be substituted for a chord like a 9 chord if it's placed in a different spot. So they say play a C9. Well, rather than having to figure out how to use these exact shapes to create that, if I know how to place the right minor 7 flat 5 in a different spot, that's gonna basically function as a C9. And so you get into some crazy math stuff. I'm gonna make a video for this, but here's the long story, and I'm gonna make it really short for you. These shapes, if you put them in different spots, they create the math of those different chords. And so by learning these, you learn, and then just learning how to place them in different spots, in different situations, you're learning not just these chords, you're learning many other chords as well. And that's when we get into some substitutions and things like that. So that's a quick teaser. Here's the bottom line. Spend some time getting these into your hands, and it's just gonna open up so much for you, and it's even gonna open up more than just these specific shapes. It's gonna open up, you know, how to play 9 chords, how to play 6 chords, and things like that. So I'll make some videos for that. Y'all have an amazing day. Take some time to practice, go back through these, and hey, God bless you.